Hello friends, in this video I am going to talk about E of ESG, Environment Social Governance. On that I am going to talk on environmental factors and how environment is affecting and what are the opportunities are there in construction or real estate business pertaining to ESG. What environment consideration or aspects are considered in ESG due diligence for construction or real estate projects, that all the details I'm going to talk about in this particular video. Let's talk when we are going to talk about E of ESG, the environment aspect focuses on the various environmental impact and considerations associated with construction activities. This is assessed through materiality assessment, and Scope 1 and Scope 2 emissions are identified. Further, this aspect is assessed how construction projects affect the environment and how they can be conducted in a more sustainable and responsible manner. As per the recent report of India Today, construction sector responsible for 37% of carbon emission, which is according to the UN report. E of ESG relates to reduce the environmental impact of the industry, which includes reducing greenhouse gas emission, means reduction of carbon footprint to reduce climate change considering Scope 1 and Scope 2 emission majorly. Reduce consumption of natural resources and promoting recycled or local construction material. Reduce energy consumption and water consumption and reduction of waste generation. Overall, incorporating E into construction or real estate projects can have a number of benefits for both the environment and the bottom line. The next question is, why to consider E of ESG factor for real estate industry? The first major reason is attracting investors and leaders. Investors and leaders are increasingly interested in investing in sustainable construction and real estate projects. This is because they see these projects as being more resilient to climate change and other environmental risks. The second major reason is regulatory compliances. Compliances of environment protection rules and other applicable environmental legislations. The second regulatory compliance is sustainability reporting or ESG reporting framework as per GRI or BRSR or SASB, etc. The third major reason for compliances is LEED certification or IGBC or GRIA certification. Environment impact in sustainability or ESG perspective. The first environmental impact is coming in the construction industry by the use of natural virgin materials, which could be soil, sand, and aggregate. The environment impact due to use of natural resources is quite high in the construction. Let's take an example of the aggregate, which is used heavily in the construction business or real estate business, and sand, which is extracted from the sea, from the river or the banks. These aggregate and sand are used in mixture of concrete and PCC works. These both natural dependency or these two natural products are procured or brought from natural resources or the mines areas. Due to heavily dependency on the nature, these natural material are depleting very speedily or very highly. To reduce its consumption or to reduce its dependency, we need to think about the alternates. The second major environmental aspect is greenhouse gas emission, which is CO2 equivalent through use of construction equipments or vehicle, etc. Means use of fossil fuel in construction vehicles or in construction equipments creates the greenhouse gases majorly. The third major aspect is energy consumption. Energy consumption in context of diesel, or electricity, etc. The next major aspect in construction is water consumption. Water consumption in the construction is quite high. The construction is an industry which is using or dependent heavily on use of groundwater for curing or construction activities. Are you aware that in 1 square meter construction of wall requires 350 liters of water, and this water is coming either from ground or natural resources. Next major aspect in construction industry is waste production or waste generation, which is in terms of C&D waste generation majorly and hazardous waste generation and biomedical waste generation. C&D waste in the construction are the major waste created from the construction projects. Are you aware, as per TFAC rules, it says that per square meter of construction generates 50 kg of C&D waste. If it is a demolition activity, that it takes 300 kg of per square meter C&D waste. If it is a renovation activity, then it takes 45 kg of per square meter of renovation activity. This huge quantity of C&D waste is either disposed unethically or illegally in open lands or in open land areas. Authorized disposal of C&D waste is being not carried out, and due to which there is a huge impact in environment created by this C&D waste generation. This C&D waste is creating a lot of health effect, environment pollution to the society. To reduce this impact, a sustainable C&D waste disposal and its reuse in construction is the need of hour. Let's talk about what are the opportunities of environmental factors of ESG in construction projects. The major overall goal is to GHG emission reduction or greenhouse gas emission reduction, which is required to beat the climate change, and reduction in carbon footprint. So the major overall goal is to reduce the GHG emission from construction activities. GHG refers to greenhouse gas emissions, or if I say reduction of carbon footprint from the construction activities. Construction projects are associated with a significant carbon footprint. ESG consideration in construction emphasizes the reduction of greenhouse gas emission. This can be achieved through following adaptations, or the first opportunity to reduce the carbon footprint in construction activities or through construction activities is use of sustainable building materials. The choice of building materials plays a crucial role in the environmental impact of a construction project. ESG for construction promotes the use of low carbon material, sustainable and eco-friendly materials, such as recycled or reclaimed material, low impact material, those with a reduced carbon footprint, and materials that are locally sourced to reduce transportation emissions. The example of sustainable building materials are: the first material is use of materials with recycled content like cement, steel, aluminium, tiles, glass, fly ash, AC block, etc. The second sustainable material in construction could be FSC certified wood, showing the resin coating used in plywood. FSC refers to Forest Stewardship Council. Use of local materials in the construction projects within 400 kilometers of boundary like sand, stone, and aggregate, cement, steel, aluminium, tile glasses, fly ash, AC blocks, etc., which are procured within 400 km of radius from the project. The next sustainable material in construction could be the PPC or OPC cement with 30% fly ash contents. The cement manufactured within a radius of 400 km from the project site. The next sustainable practice could be topsoil preservation. The topsoil of the ground which is removed during the excavation process in construction activity should be preserved, because a lot of nutrients are available in the topsoil, which is beneficial for agriculture or gardening purpose. The next sustainable practice in construction could be soil erosion control measures, means provision of sedimentation basin. The next sustainable practice is paint and adhesive and sealant of low VOC material, like paint, adhesive and sealant adhesive showing the VOC limit, means the chemicals or the paints used in the construction should be low VOC material. The next best sustainable practice in construction or the opportunity is protection of existing trees, which is a biodiversity initiative in construction projects. So the existing trees which are available in the construction, if it could be preserved or if it can be protected to remove from the ground, it must be protected. The next opportunity in construction is action on energy reduction or efficiency. So what are the activities and sustainable initiatives can be taken to reduce the energy or energy consumption or to improve the energy efficiency in the construction projects? The first initiative can be taken is dependency on the diesel fuel for the construction activity is quite high. Diesel is used to run the construction equipment and construction DG gensets. Due to heavily dependency on the diesel fuel, the fossil fuel, which is the diesel, is highly used in the construction. There has to be a substitute or the alternate to reduce the energy efficiency or to improve the energy efficiency and reduce the energy consumption. The alternate use or the method of DG genset or the diesel is to use the biofuels. The biofuel is LNG, PNG or dual fuel DG gensets could be. Or as per new environment protection rules, there is a new DG genset which are CPCB 4th standard genset. These new 4th standard CPCB genset can be used with dual fuel, which is diesel and urea. By the use of this blending mode, the environment pollutants or the air pollutants are trapped in RACD device and it is not impacting to the environment. And there are very less air pollutants are emitted in the air, in the environment through the DG genset or use of this new standard DG genset. The next sustainable practice in context of energy reduction is LED lights, which are used in interior or exterior works. The next sustainable practice in energy efficiency could be high SRI, means solar reflecting index tiles paint over the roof with SRI value more than 78. The solar reflectance index or SRI is a measure of how well a surface reflects sunlight. SRI value ranges from 0 to 100 with higher value indicating better reflectivity. Tile with high SRI value will reflect more sunlight and stay cooler, which can reduce energy cost and improve indoor comfort. The next sustainable practice in energy reduction or energy consumption context in construction could be the use of renewable energy such as solar panel, etc. for general area illumination or water heating purposes. The next sustainable practice in a context of energy consumption could be pump or motor with BEE 4-star rated motor and pump or motor with more than 75% efficiency. The next sustainable practice to improve the energy efficiency or to reduce the energy consumption could be the COP of AC used in the apartment should be more than 40. COP refers to coefficient of performance. The next best sustainable practice in context of energy consumption and improve energy efficiency may be the use of non-roof hardscape material where the tile or concrete is used. The SRI value of the tile in such cases should be 29 to 64. The next sustainable practice in a context of energy efficiency, the use of glass with SGU and U value and an SHGC and VLT details. The SGU stands for sealed glass unit The space between the panels of glass is filled with air or gas, such as argon or krypton. This space acts as an insulator, trapping heat and preventing it from escaping from the building in the winter. The glass U value is a measure of how well a glass unit resistant heat flow. The VLT stands for visible light transmittance. It is a measure of how much visible light passes through a glass unit. The next opportunity in construction in the area of waste reduction or waste reuse could be the first sustainable practice in a context of waste reduction and reuse is the separate waste bin of wood, paper, steel, scrap. So the segregation of the waste should be in a proper manner where all types of waste are segregated separately. There must be all type of the waste that are diverted from the site for recycling and all type of waste which are generated should be disposed to the vendor, and the vendor must recycle this waste for the further useful materials. The replacing the use of natural virgin construction materials like use of recycled aggregate and recycled concrete aggregate in PCC and RCC. As per IS 383, it suggests the use of recycled concrete and recycled concrete aggregate or recycled aggregate in PCC or RCC. So there is a certain percentage of recycled aggregate which is generated from the C&D waste or came out from the C&D waste where the recycled aggregate and recycled concrete aggregate can be used in PCC and RCC. The use of pavers made of recycled aggregate of C&D waste. When we talk about the water efficiency and the opportunities are available towards water efficiency or reduction of water consumption in construction activity, these are the following construction practices or which are a more sustainable practices in the construction could be useful. The first sustainable practice could be the use of treated water for the construction. Are you aware that 1 square meter of the construction uses 1800 liters of water? And these are the data available from the studies. The uses of treated water for the construction. This could be a sustainable practice for water efficiency or the reduce of groundwater. The use of anti-smoke gun for sprinkling the water on roads and prevent air pollutants. Spray gun for water curing. And the next sustainable practice could be use of curing compound instead of water. So the curing compound, which is water-based curing compound, can be used instead of conventional curing in vertical walls. The use of rainwater harvesting pits and water sedimentation provisions. Sprinklers for the green area could be a next initiative. The proposed flow of all the sanitary faucets or the kitchen faucets or the bathroom faucet should be a 3-bar pressure. Thanks for watching this video. Hope I have tried to connect the gaps or the bridge pertaining to the sustainability and environment impact of construction and what are the opportunities are available to overcome these challenges. So this video is basically was on environment factors only. In next video, I'll be talking on the social factors and the governance factors of the ESG. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you really like the video, please hit the bell icon and do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel.